Welcome back. I want to tell you that if you have not been to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, you need to absolutely go. Also belovedly known as the Black Museum in DC. You should go. But today, since it's Black History Month, I want to talk about Black history, but not necessarily people in the past. I want to talk about making history. One of the things that struck me so much when I went to the museum in DC was that I saw somebody I knew on the wall. When I was growing up, my father's best friend was a guy named Otis King. Otis King was a big shot lawyer in Houston, Texas. And what I didn't know is, if you remember the movie, The Great Debaters, Otis King and Barbara Jordan, who also has ties to my family, both of them were those people. This wasn't some made up story for Hollywood. That actually happened. And they were on that debate team. I didn't know that until I'm walking through the museum and I see what looks like my dad's friend Otis. And then I see under the bottom, Otis King, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I'm like, oh my goodness, I know somebody who made history. Most recently, now that I'm no longer in Houston, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, we recently had an historic run for governor by another person I know. Stacey Abrams made a fantastic campaign, and now she's a part of history. I hope that she becomes an even bigger part of history later, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to tell you today is history is not in the past. History is now. What are you doing to be a part of history? I'm not telling you to go out and start your own nonprofit, although you could. I'm not telling you to go protest in the streets, although you could. I'm telling you to figure out what you have a passion for and use that to make your mark on the world. It doesn't have to be anything big and flashy. If it weren't for that Hollywood movie, a whole lot of people would never even know about the Great Debaters. But the event still is a part of history. What are you doing to be your own Black history?